Hey everybody, and welcome to Long Story Short with Uncle Jeff. Today we will be continuing in the exciting story of the Gatewatch. It's time for Shadows over Innistrad. When we last left our heroes, Jace Beleren was on his way to Innistrad to find Sorin Markov. But before he gets there, we need to talk about Avacyn and the Hell Vault. A really long time ago, when Planeswalkers were super duper powerful, Sorin Markov was trying to defend his home. He had just returned from Zendikar, where he had helped Nahiri and Ugin imprison the Eldrazi. He was concerned that the multiverse held other great threats. So, he created Avacyn, the Archangel, to protect the humans. Now, Sorin isn't exactly a human himself, so you may wonder, why would he care so much about them? But, as it turns out, the other vampires on Innistrad were very irresponsible. The humans were under constant attack from werewolves, zombies, vampires, you name it. Sorin realized that the humans would soon be gone, and then the vampires would have no one to feed on. Anyway, Avacyn was really good at her job, and there was a church that started after her and stuff. The plan totally worked. The humans were safe. But the vampires didn't really see it this way, and they were mostly angry that Sorin made an angel who could defeat them. Anyways, Sorin knew that other threats would come to Innistrad, so when he made Avacyn, he designed her as a shield as well. Her very presence prevented interplanar threats from arriving. Planeswalkers could still come to Innistrad, but large creatures like the Eldrazi would still be kept out. Finally, Sorin built one other defense, the Hell Vault. The Hell Vault was a piece of the moon itself. It was a prison that could hold any enemy, no matter how great. This way, if Avacyn found a foe that she could not kill, she could still imprison them. Avacyn would go on to fight countless demons that could not easily be killed. She imprisoned them all in the Hell Vault. Then, much more recently, she fought a demon called Griselbrand. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Griselbrand is one of the 4 demons that Liliana signed a pact with. Anyways, Griselbrand and Avacyn attacked each other, but neither could win. Avacyn went to trap Griselbrand, but he grabbed a hold of her and pulled her with him. They were both locked away in the Hell Vault, and the humans were without their savior. Thalia, a human Cathar, went to investigate. She had a hard decision. If she set Avacyn free, she would also release the countless demons trapped with her. Thalia decided that Avacyn must be restored, which is exactly what Liliana wanted. Liliana destroyed the Hell Vault and killed Griselbrand. For a while, humanity was safe once again. Avacyn protected her people, but then, one day, she had a thought. It was not her own, but she was compelled to listen to it. The angels protect the humans from monsters that would kill them, and in return, the humans find ways to kill each other. Avacyn has a realization. The humans are impure, and they must be cleansed. Avacyn and her angels attack the evil humans and cleanse them of their sins. In the meantime, Innistrad has a new visitor named Jace. Jace shows up at Liliana's manor. Jace is hoping that she will help him find Sorin, but Liliana is not interested in helping Jace. She is certain that Jace will get killed. After all, Sorin is not exactly a cheery guy, but Jace is determined, so he goes off on his own. He goes to Markov Manor and finds it completely destroyed. The pieces of the manor float in the air, defying gravity. Jace finds a journal in the ruins that belonged to a planeswalker named Tamiyo. Tamiyo doesn't seem to be around, so Jace takes the journal and starts reading it. It appears that Tamiyo has been researching Avacyn and her madness. Jace wishes to understand this too, so that he can save Innistrad. He follows the clues from the journal and starts to notice strange stone sculptures called cryptoliths. The cryptoliths seem to bend the mana of the plane and lead it in certain directions. Jace follows the cryptoliths and comes to a drown yard where the cryptoliths converge. He sees a swarm of angels circling the drown yard as though they were moths and it was aflame. Jace returns to Liliana, certain that she is responsible. After all, Liliana hates angels. Perhaps this is all part of her plan to master the Chain Veil. Jace confronts Liliana, but it seems he was wrong. Liliana is not involved. Jace decides to go to the Cathedral in Thraben to find more answers. And speaking of Thraben, that's where Thalia is. The Cathars are in a weird situation right now. The council that leads them is certain that Avacyn still protects humanity, that once the purification is over, the remaining humans will enjoy a better world. But Thalia isn't convinced. She is sure that Avacyn is mad. Thalia is loyal not to Avacyn herself, but to the principles she once stood for. Thalia confronts the council, who then put her in jail to await execution, but she is saved by Odric, the leader of the Cathars. Odric is torn between serving his masters and doing what is right, but Odric knows that Thalia would not betray her order if she did not need to, so Thalia, Odric, and a few other Cathars flee the city. Meanwhile, at the cathedral, Jace runs into Tamiyo. Jace is all like, "Hey, I know you. I read your book. Let's team up and save Innistrad." But Tamiyo's all like, No. I'm the silent observer type. I do research and such, but I don't get involved." And Jace is all like, "Hey, but you can't finish your research if you never find out why Avacyn went mad. Help me look inside her mind, and I'll tell you everything I learned." So Tamiyo agrees, which is convenient because Avacyn shows up and she is not a happy camper. She goes to attack Jace and Tamiyo. Jace enters her mind and Tamiyo assists him using one of her scrolls. But Avacyn is strong and Jace can't subdue her in this way for very long. Jace sees that Avacyn is indeed mad and that someone has done this to her. He also sees something approaching Innistrad that is not yet here. Despite her madness, Avacyn still shields this world from the unknown outsider. Avacyn breaks free of Jace's mind tricks and is about to kill him. Jace begs Tamiyo to use one of her very powerful scrolls, but Tamiyo will not. She would rather die than abuse the power she holds. Just as Avacyn raises her spear, Sorin shows up. He distracts Avacyn long enough for Jace and Tamiyo to escape. He urges Avacyn to come with him so that he can fix her, but Avacyn doesn't remember him. She attacks him again and again, failing each time. Soren designed Avacyn so that she could not harm him. Still, she does not give up. Soren demands she listen to him. He explains that he is her creator. For a moment, Avacyn sees clearly. She realizes what she has done, that she has killed those she was made to protect. It is clear to her that this is all Soren's fault. He designed her not to do good, but to be used for his purposes. And if Soren fixes her, she will once again be his puppet, and more will die. So Avacyn attacks Soren, and now she can wound him. Soren, seeing that he has no other options, is forced to kill his beloved creation. And the whole plane trembles, for Avacyn no longer protects it. And that's it for Shadows over Innistrad. What will happen next? Will Jace learn about what really caused Avacyn's madness? Will Tamiyo abandon Innistrad to its fate? And who is the unknown invader that is coming to Innistrad? We'll find out next time. I've been Uncle Jeff. Thanks for watching!